What's going on, team? So I wanted to break down the push-up, okay? So I've seen a lot of questions come in on this. I get a lot of questions about this in my one-to-one sessions or just direct messages on Instagram. So I just want to talk push-ups real quick, give you some really solid techniques to kind of just make these a lot easier for you and just keep progressing over time. So I say that to say I've been doing push-ups since I was like 3 years old. I used to shoot a bunch of free throws, and anytime I would miss a free throw, I played basketball my whole life, I would do a bunch of push-ups. So yes, sometimes my push-ups look like I've been doing them for 33 years, which I definitely have. So keep that in mind, but I want you all to feel confident with your push-ups. So when it comes to setup, I want your hands in line with your chest, right? So I want you to get your hands in line with your chest, and I want you to screw your hands into the floor, okay? So I want you to screw your hands into the floor. Don't want you out here. Make that screw, right? So screw it on in, and then from there, I want you to step it on back, right? So step it on back, lock into that glute, step it on back with the opposite leg, lock into that glute. So now we're locked in, right? You're completely locked in, hands are screwed in, and now crown of that head is going to be in line with that tailbone. As you pull yourself on down, notice I said pull yourself on down, because when we think about push-ups, we think about just only pushing away from the floor. I want you to pull yourself on down to the floor while retracting, right, as you go on down, and then create an A with those elbows as you come on down. So that's gonna be right here. Pull, 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 creating that A. Back is gonna stay nice and flat, trunk is nice and locked in, glutes are fired up. I don't expect you to hold here. Push yourself away from the floor, come right back up to starting position, maintaining that tight plank throughout, okay? So that's the setup right from the floor. If you are having trouble with those, I know the first thing we think about doing is going right to our knees, okay? Knees fine if you don't have anywhere to elevate your surface. So when we go to our knees, we're taking out our core activation. So that's gonna kind of change our progression with this. So it's gonna make it a little bit harder to get down to the floor over time, because you're literally just taking your core out of the equation. So when you go to your knees, there's no core here, very little. And then you're here, and okay, fine. You just might feel like you're never gonna get to that full push-up while doing it there. So I say that to say, if you can elevate your surface, bench, couch, chair, side of a table, whatever that looks like for you, I want you to do so. So if you were to elevate your surface, same setup, it's just creating this angle is gonna make it a little bit easier to hit these push-ups, and I want you to work on still getting that full range, right? So you're gonna come on up, hands are in line with that chest, right? Back is going to be nice and flat. Create that A with your elbows, pull yourself on down to the floor, or the bench in this case, and then push yourself away while maintaining that tight plank position throughout. Everything's fired up. Once you hit about, let's say 5 sets of 5. So let's go with like lower reps on this, and then really work over time to build it up. You're gonna start to bring that angle on down, and then eventually you're gonna get right on down to the floor. Again, if you only have the option to drop into your knees, that's okay, but I really want you to get comfortable in this positioning and get that full range while keeping that trunk locked in, and that's gonna help you progress push-ups over time much quicker.